Hey y'all, I'm Martika and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you're returning, tink, hey, how you doing? Today I made garlic mashed potatoes, Salisbury steak using turkey meat, and some green beans. If you would like to see how I did this, stay tuned. Alright y'all, so today I will be making Salisbury steak with mashed potatoes and green beans. And these are the ingredients that I will be using. I will be using ground turkey instead of ground beef. For my seasonings, I will be using pink sea salt, well, pink Himalayan salt, I'm sorry. A little bit of cayenne pepper for spice, some black pepper, some meat and beef seasoning, some onion butter all-purpose seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce, some onion powder, garlic powder. I did not have any fresh garlic today, but I did have some of this minced dehydrated garlic inside of my pantry, so I'll be using that. If you have fresh garlic, of course, go with fresh garlic. I'll be using a little bit of chicken bouillon, some salt-free seasoning, some lemon pepper, of course, for the green beans, and then my potatoes, my heavy whipping cream, onion. I will be making my own gravy, hence is why I have the all-purpose seasoning, all-purpose flour. But I do like to add a little bit of this to it to just stretch it, as well as to give it a little bit more flavor, because this comes seasoned as well. 2 eggs, some cream cheese, and to make my, instead of using water to pour into my gravy, I will be boiling some water and then adding some beef bouillon cubes, as well as this Better Than Bouillon beef, because I don't have any beef stock or broth. If you had beef stock or broth, use that, of course, but since I don't, I will be substituting it with this instead of water. Some margarine and some breadcrumbs for my patty. Also, with this, if I had the Lipton's onion soup or the beefy onion soup or herb onion soup, whichever ones that come in the pack, any of those, I would have omitted this and used that instead. But since I don't have that, I'm using what I have. So these are my ingredients. Let's get started. So now that we have our onions done, I'm gonna go ahead and add a few onions to my ground turkey. Next, I'm finna go in with all of my seasonings that I showed y'all in the beginning clip. Put on me a little glove. Oh, y'all, I put the glove on right. Next, I'm gonna put on me a little glove, and we're gonna mix. I'm only gonna use 1 egg and mix this. So I have formed my turkey into patties, and I'm gonna get ready to fry them up. Alright y'all, so while my patties are on the stove cooking. I'm finna get ready to wash and peel my potatoes. Alright y'all, so my patties are still cooking here, the last batch. Now I'm finna get ready to season up my water for my mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna add some of this garlic if it focuses. Alright, so I'm gonna add some of this minced garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of my onions. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of some pink salt. Alright y'all, so while I have the potatoes going, all of my patties are done. We can start these green beans. I'm using frozen. You can use fresh or canned. That's your business. I'm doing frozen. So I got 2 bags of frozen green beans. And I'm just going to doctor them up. To doctor them up, I'm going to add me 2 of these beef bouillon cubes. I'm gonna add a little bit of these onions. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna add a little black pepper. A little salt-free seasoning. Onion powder and garlic powder. Next, I'm going to go in with a little sugar. I'm going to finish this off with a little bit of butter. Alright, y'all, I'm going to give this a good mix. I'm going to put my top on it, and then I'm going to let this go until it gets tender to me. Alright, y'all, so now I'm going to get ready to make my gravy. I have a little oil in the pan, and I'm melting some butter. While that's melting, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my onions. Now, normally people add mushrooms. My kids don't like mushrooms, so I'm not going to add any mushrooms to mine, but you can add it to yours. I'm also going to add a little bit more of this garlic to help that soften up. Next, I'm going to go in with this size spoon and then sprinkle 2 big spoons of all-purpose flour. I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to whisk this up until my flour is done cooking. Just to get that raw flavor off. All right, y'all, so now that this has started to brown a little bit, I'm gonna add in my water with my beef bouillon, whisking as I go. And also remember, the more flour that you add, the more water or liquid you're going to have to use. You're gonna go in with some extra hot water. And y'all whisk your gravy so that it don't have lumps in it. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit. I'm going in with just a little bit of this. It's the better than bouillon roast beef, about that much. And then I'm gonna use just a little bit of this brown gravy. Now the gravy is done right here. You would just season it up. But because I like this, I do add just a little bit. See, not even a half of it. It gives it an extra little thing. Now remember, like I said, you don't have to add that gravy. Heck, I only added a little bit because your gravy is done at this point. You will just season it up with all of your seasonings that you will want it. But I just like that extra little gravy flavor that gives. And then, like I said, if I had the Lipton's onion soup, I would have added that instead of that gravy pack. Okay, I gave it a little taste. It does need a little onion powder, a little garlic powder, and I'm gonna put a little black pepper and probably a pinch of salt. All right, y'all, so after tasting my gravy, I said, it needs a little something else. Ground up thyme and ground rosemary, and it is absolutely delicious now. So now I'm gonna get ready to add my patties back into the pan and let it simmer. I need a bigger pan, y'all. Y'all know I got a big family. I need a bigger pan. Alright, while those are simmering, I'm finna start assembling my mashed potatoes. Alright, y'all, so my potatoes are done. I went ahead and added a little margarine to it. I needed some butter, but I gotta use what I got. Now I'm finna get ready to add some heavy whipping cream. And then I'm gonna add this cream cheese, and I'm using the chive and onion. I'm finna get ready to smash it up, and then I'll add those to it. Alright, y'all, so my mashed potatoes are done, as well as my green beans. So now I'm finna get ready to plate up. All right, y'all, dinner is done. I have my garlic mashed potatoes with gravy. I have the Salisbury steak and some green beans. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. And I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for all the love. Bye.